So, ideas about non-duality, and I think the challenge about it is that it's tricky to talk about, and so that's why I think it's valuable to talk about it. Challenges our brain in any way. What were you thinking, Martha?
Probably that it's something my mind really can't grasp, and it's easiest just to stop trying to figure it out and just focus back on my breath. And that's the one thing that I know that's constant in me here now.
And really, that you hit the nail on the head. Is the be here now. Is you are. It's like sitting in traffic. You know, you can curse the traffic around you, but you are part of that traffic. You are one with it. So to try and think of yourself as separate is where we're at most of the time. And trying to think about how you're, you know, who are you when you're interacting with people? Are you being something other than yourself? That's the way I look at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think what Martha said was really important too, because I think the whole point of it is that your mind can't grasp it. And so the quicker you let it go, and that's why I think the dances fit so nicely into it, because then we just let go into the dance and into the song and dive into the water. What is that one saying? It's the drop disappears into the ocean.
I think the concept of non-duality sort of hit me at one point when I was listening to Adi Ashanti speaking, and he said something about how the same thing that's looking out of your eyes is also looking out of my eyes. And it kind of clicked at that point for me. I mean, it's just really hard to wrap your mind around, but if you think about the same thing kind of powering all of us, I guess.
Powering us. I like that, like with batteries or something.
I'm in camper mode. Everything's battery, right?
Okay, well, that's really cool. That kind of leads us into what we're going to do next. So this next song is from Native American tradition. We'll sing it. We'll sing it one time just so you probably all you dance people already know it. The earth is our mother. We must take care of her. The earth is our mother. We must take care of her. Unite all people, be one. Unite our people, be one. This sacred ground we walk upon. With every step we take, this sacred ground we walk upon. With every step we take, unite all people, be one. Unite all people, be one. Is everyone able to hear the words okay, or do I need to say them? The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. And then unite all people. Let's say all people be one. Unite all people be one. Then this sacred ground we walk upon with every step we take. And so this song, when I think about it with non-duality, I mean, it's real easy how you can see, well, there's me and there's the earth, and the earth is my mother. And then it's like, wait. Just like Ivy just finished saying, you know, it's like the me looking at the earth and the earth looking back at me, and me standing on the earth, and the earth is like part of me. I mean, every single molecule of me comes out of the earth, you know, and all the breath that I breathe comes from the atmosphere, which is like actually on the earth. And even no matter how high we try to jump, we can't jump off. So we're part of this earth. And then unite all people. You know, it's like kind of like Martha just said, of how you almost have to stop thinking about it and just sing it. The earth is our mother. We must take care of her. The earth is our mother. We must take care of her. Unite all people. Be one. Unite all people. Be one. This sacred ground we walk upon. With every step we take, this sacred ground we walk upon. With every step we take, unite all people, be one. Unite all people, be one. The earth is our mother. We must take care of her. The earth is our mother. We must take care of her. Unite all people. Be one. Unite all people.
Be as one in sacred ground we walk upon.
With every step we take, this sacred ground we walk upon. With every step we take, unite all people.
Be as one.
Unite all
people. Be as one.
is our
Father.
We must take care of her. The earth is our mother. We must take care of her. Unite all people. Be one. Unite all people. Be one. This sacred ground we walk upon. With every step we take, this sacred ground we walk upon. With every step we take, unite all people, be one. Unite all people, be one. The earth is our mother. We must take care of her. The earth is our mother. We must take care of her. Unite all people, be one. Unite all people, be one. This sacred ground we walk upon. With every step we take, this sacred ground we walk upon. With every step we take, unite all people, be one. Unite all people, be one. Sacred is our mother. We must take care of her. The earth is our mother. We must take care of her. So go ahead and unmute. If Hi Wayne, good to see ya.
Hello, sorry I got my time wrong, but
Ah,
I'm here.
I know you have that
Okay.
whole time zone thing to deal with, or
Yeah, and your mountain time becomes the same time as Saskatchewan. That's where I got mixed up.
yeah, because we're Mountain
Summer.
Daylight. I know. So
Yeah,
thanks
I'm
for
here.
the dancing, you guys.
Nice. Sounds good.
Does
Sounds
it
good.
sound? Does it sound good? Yeah. So what we're doing? I don't know, Wayne, if you saw my little talk with Eric Pudikin about non-duality. So we're kind of doing little discussions in between our songs, and people are coming up with some really nice stuff. And I know you up in Canada, you guys. So in the Americas, we have a really interesting situation because it's like really a lot of terrible things happened with colonization, right? But if you want to look at the positive side of right now, we managed to put together reservations so lots of Native people could, kind of stay in their culture at least a little bit. And I think we're right now in this time where it's kind of starting to bloom back. And hopefully they're gaining some power and we're starting to listen to them. And so it's kind of like this little flower that's growing, and we're really generationally very close to back when people were living on this land in harmony. And so I think people used to live kind of in a state of non-duality because of, they felt that they were one with the earth. Somebody besides me blab.
I just see that we have a long way to go to get to that duality, non-duality with our indigenous, but we're at least trying. Definitely a lot more control of their own lives and their own finances and their own children's high school and healthcare and I was going to say social services. They're getting there. They're getting there.
I think putting our attention there is very important in that direction.
Well, and it seems like the world isn't there yet. But it's important that all of us as individuals learn to be one with each other and be as authentic about oneself as you can be without creating a divide within yourself, thinking that you are one thing with this person and you're one thing with this person, and in this situation you're something, when in fact it's just you. There is nobody else.
And I think that's important too, Wayne, because I think one of the things we have to watch carefully is to not get caught in any sort of self-hate or it's hard not to get stuck there when we know the history.
I know this guy, he brews beer and he puts his whole self into that thing. So when you're enjoying his brew, you're actually partaking of this guy and you are living his life because he's so passionate about it. He is not a brewmaster. He is the guy that takes himself and puts his love and caring into
He's the
every
brew guru.
He's the brew guru. The guru of brew.
So guess what, guys? Next time we have a retreat in Salmon, we're going to have some really good beer here. Okay, well, actually, that puts us right into our next song. Okay, so I'm going to go back on this. Mute out, everybody. So one thing that's been really interesting is I've been going around and putting this little adventure together. And I really hope you guys come and talk to Eric. It's about a week and a half away from now. Just like we did with Vishrant, he's going to come on. He's very, very different. You're going to really enjoy him and enjoy the differences. So I'm going to sing you this song. Then we'll talk about what it means and make sure you have the words. Om Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudeva. 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 So first of all, we're not singing Guru Dev. It's Guru Dev, D-E-V. Although if you happen to know a Guru Dev, you can go ahead and sing Guru Dev. Or even if you don't know a Guru Dev and want to call Guru Dev in. But what we're singing is Om Namo. Om Namo. Guru Dev Namo. Guru Dev Namo. Guru Dev Namo. Guru Dev. Guru Dev.
Guru Dev.
Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Guru Dev. So, in our particular world, we have guru dislike. Because there's been a lot of really creepy people who've gurued out in odd and strange and destructive ways. But the reason I thought this would go really good after the Native American song is because I wanted to take us back in time to, the society of the Middle East. And, Sufism has the spiritual leader, and Hinduism and Buddhism, and go back to a time where just really smaller villages were living together, off the land. And the guru would be very much like the shaman, the person who kind of holds the spiritual attunement for the community. And so the idea of the guru and this tradition comes from the Hindu tradition. This was a very integral part of their society. And it wouldn't always just be one person. I mean, you might be living in a village that has like a whole monastery, of people living there. And they were all very interconnected. And so I just kind of want to get that feeling as we sing this of the unity and harmony of that particular time and tradition that this comes from. We'll learn it now. Om Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudeva. Om Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudeva. Om Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudeva. let's go straight from that to Kadosh, 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 Shamayim, Kadosh, 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 Shamayim, Kadosh, 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 Shamayim, Kadosh, 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 Shamayim. So this is in the Jewish tradition. So we're going to another culture that came to us from a deep tribal oneness with the earth. And what we're singing is Holy, Holy, Holy. And in the Jewish tradition, they didn't really have gurus like they did in the Hindu tradition. The rabbi was one of the people who just studied really a lot.
The rabbi was the one interpreting the Torah for everybody. That's what the rabbi did.
From my understanding about the Jewish tradition, what's really unique then and still is the culture of arguing. So we
No.
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 So Wayne's smiling.
Well, I was going to say it could also be the culture of humor.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
They have
Lord.
that in abundance. Don't they? Oh, yeah.
I wonder
Right.
if those two things go together. You know, the freedom to be able to argue about stuff. You know, like, wait, no, it means this, no, it means that, is, you know? And then, well, it's kind of like Martha was saying at the very beginning, too, how, you know, when you're trying to, you can't get your mind around non-duality, you kind of just gotta drop it. And then there's the humor.
I have a beautiful Hebrew story about that. Should I tell it?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So there's a village where people are arguing. There's two groups of people and they get in a serious argument. It goes on and on and on for the longest time. Who's right? Who's wrong? And they hear about this rabbi that travels around and helps villages solve problems. And this rabbi is coming to the village. And so this is a perfect opportunity. They pull him aside and he says, yeah, I think I can help you. And he has them all meet in a town hall. And he goes up on the stage and they're all out in front of him and he's just standing there very quietly. So they just stand there very quietly. And then eventually he starts to sway back and forth. And they think, okay, we'll just go along. And they start to sway back and forth. And he starts to do a little dance. And they think, okay, he's leading up to the meat of solving the problem. We'll just go along with this, get a little dance going. And then he starts to sing, la, 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 la. He's dancing around and the stage. And pretty soon, the whole audience is dancing around the stage. And it gets really forensic and ecstatic. And everybody's happy and having a great time. And then he says, and then he just brings it to a halt. And he says, no, what's your problem? So that's kind of taking them out of the non-duality into where good song and dance should take us. So hope that's relevant. Anyway, I've loved the story.
That's
a
totally
great
relevant.
story.
That reminds me of a story I heard about Sam Lewis recently. There was these two of his students who were just fighting. And so he went up to one of the guys and he said, you have to understand, you're the Murshid. And miraculously, they stopped fighting. And so then this student, years later, after Sam died, he was in New York or something, and a guy was driving him around, and he said, hey, you know, Sam always used to talk about you. And the guy's like, what? And he said, Sam tells this story about how there was these two students who were fighting. So he walked up to each of them and said, you are the Murshid. Neither of them knew the other one, though. Okay, let's mute up and sing this, baby. Let's see. So our words are kadosh, kadosh, kadosh. And this comes from the Old Testament, and we're singing holy, holy, holy. And it comes from that phrase of holy, 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 oh, Lord God Almighty. Heaven and earth are full of thy glory. So kadosh, kadosh. So yeah, so this kind of does really go into what Martha was saying too, about how instead of thinking about it, just pray. Kadosh, 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 Shamayim, kadosh, 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 Shamayim, kadosh, 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 Shamayim, kadosh, kadosh, Shamayim. Who all wants the dance? Anybody want to dance it? I didn't see a hand, but I'm going to show
No,
you.
it didn't sound like anybody wanted to dance it.
Yeah, there's Martha. Yeah. Okay, let's see. How do I show it, though? Oh, here, I know. Put this up. Okay, you can't see all of me, but I'll just tell you how it goes. So we start out, and actually we're doing a grapevine to the right, but that's probably not going to work in your room, so just go to the right. Kadosh, 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 Shamayim. We'll go back just to fit in. Kadosh, 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 Shamayim. And now we're going to, the whole circle will come in towards each other, but you do one step in with your right foot, then you close with your left, then you step in with your left foot, and you close with your right. And I know you can't see my feet, but so it's kadosh, close, kadosh, kadosh, Shamayim. And then out the same, kadosh, step and close, step and close, and step and close, and step and close. Now to the right again. Kadosh, 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 Shamayim. Let's go to the left. Kadosh, 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 Shamayim. Kadosh, How'd you like my invisible guitar player there? May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from sorrow and the causes of sorrow. May all beings never be separated from the great happiness.
That's soulless, light of this world.
Just as long as I live in this world, I am the light of this world. Just as long as I live in this world, I am the light of this May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from sorrow and the causes of sorrow. May all beings never be separated from the great happiness that is sorrowless, sorrowless, light of this world. Just as long as I live in this world, I am the light of this world. Do, do, do. May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from sorrow and the causes of sorrow. May all beings never be separated from the great happiness that's sorrowless, sorrowless, sorrowless light of this world. Just as long as I live in this world, I am the light of this world. Just as long as I live in this world, I am the light of this world. May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from sorrow and the causes of sorrow. May all beings never be separated from the great happiness that's sorrowless, sorrowless, sorrowless light of this world. Just as long as I live in this world, I am the light of this May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from sorrow and the causes of sorrow. May all beings never be separated from the great happiness that is sorrowless, sorrowless, sorrowless light of this world. Just as long as I live in this world, I am the light of this world. Just as long as I live in this world, I am the light of this world. sorrowless light of this world, just as long as I live in this world. I am the light of this world, just as long as I live in this world. I am the light of this world. Amen. Okay, unmute everybody.
Thank you.
And that's what I think about non-duality.
It's exactly what non-dualities is. Exactly.
And isn't it about the yearning for it as much as anything?
Oh, that's interesting.
I think you might be right.
Well, that's definitely that's definitely the Sufi perspective there. That the yearning for it is.
And it's while you're doing the yearning that you forget that you're already there.
Yes, that's true. That's very
That's
true.
what I think.
You're already there because you are the light of the world.
But when you think about it, I mean, there's literally no way to get out of it. I mean, even dead, you're still in it.
Oh, Lord, I guess.
Who said that? Who said, "Oh Lord"? What's that? Oh. So don't even try dying.
Oh, God.
Die with joy. I once saw a book that said Buddhism isn't what you think. So I'll say that happiness isn't what you think.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right?
Well, non-duality is not.
Not what you think. That's right.
Yeah.
So that's very true. Transcends all definitions.
It's what?
Wait.
Well, it's very conic. I mean, it defies kind of definition and description. It's felt through intuition and that kind of aha-ness, but it's very paradoxical.
Yes.
Even to say that is doesn't apply. So it's a beautiful contemplation, though, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You get more stinking from thinking than drinking.
Only the feel is real.
You know, like,
That's true. That's
Yeah, that.
You definitely can feel it when we're at camp or when we're online together even. We can really feel it. It's the rest of life that's a challenge.
true story.
well, yeah. So I think that just the concept of non-dual is really helpful for us because when we step out of the circle and then we start, living and going home, and then all the problems arise, like, we need the rabbi.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's really, for me, since I've been just kind of playing around with this, just kind of the idea ever since talking to Eric. So it's like every time something comes up, I'm like, oh, well, that's two. And I don't know why that just kind of makes me go, okay, well, that's fine.
Well, it's the realization that you're thinking that way, though.
Maybe it pops you out of it for us. Yeah, because you get, how you get all sucked in? So maybe it's just a little, it's like a little tool that pops you out quickly. Like,
It's a little awareness thing.
if only it could get us out of that traffic jam a little faster.
Well, the problems always come from the insistent self, don't they? The thinking mind, the ego.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we need it to navigate,
Yeah.
but we have to be careful that we don't get caught up in thinking that's our reality. It's just a tool to navigate this time and space continuum. We have to eat and cook and then we have to stop and remember too, and get back with the one and remind ourselves that of the big self with the S, not the little self with the little s. So we need both. Yeah, it's hard stuff to talk about, but
I think talking about
thank you for hosting, and it is a type of dancing, and it's it's a type of intermingling of ideas and feelings, and just part of life, part of the thinking mind to exchange. And it's the problem of poets. It's why we sing. It's why we write poetry, because we're fascinated by mystery, phenomenal. So, thank you for hosting.
I really appreciate everyone who came in and and threw little ideas in, because Zoom it's cool. It kept us connected during the pandemic, and I think it's going to continue to keep us connected, because we're really far apart here. Like, we're Canada and Seattle.
No, we're not. We're all one. It's all an illusion.
Touche! Martha, what do you got?
Well, like the rabbi, Bodhi had us doing the first day and the last day. He gave us an exercise to help get out of the monkey mind of, for a minute, you stand and go, Allah, 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 as fast as you can. I also added moving my steps up and down. And that kind of rattles your brain and shakes it off, just like the rabbi had them dancing and singing and Allah, 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 as fast as you can for a minute. And it's like, kind of takes the cup.
Only not recommended if you're like having a problem, like in the grocery store line.
You can do it on the rack.
Oh, yeah.
You still look kind of funny jumping up and down in line.
No, I think that's great. And but I really appreciated you guys all throwing in little stuff, because it's so weird doing these things on Zoom. We just feel like we're just like isolated, but I feel more connected in what we just did than I have, like where we just sing the whole thing.
And our pixels are intermingling and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's like Rachmana just said, we're not really separate. So it's like, so when Martha threw in the thing about, you can't really think about it, you got to drop your mind. It's like that added so much for me to the song. Yeah. And then Joanne dropped something in and Ivy dropped something in, and it, our molecules intermingled.
Mm-hmm. I think our intentions intermingle, and we're sort of sharing a single nervous system. And I remember when Zoom first started, I didn't really like it at all. And then after a while, it does serve a purpose. And I think as we get older and are separated because of our physical condition, I think it will really, it'll come in handy, especially if you're living someplace far away from dance communities, or a community that resonates with you. You might not have that in your town. And so it's really nice to connect through this shared nervous system that we have, and find company in each other, and bring down the spirit by two or more gathering in the name of, the one. So
Hi, Helen.
Is that Helen back? You little hider, you.
I'm eavesdropping.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Yeah,
I so appreciate everybody. It's just delicious.
And we're not burning gas. I mean, we're burning some electricity, right? But gas prices are high, but more than that, it's like, gotta stop burning so much gas.
Really?
Don't ask
Some gas is okay. because that's just one.
I'm thinking of things like, how wonderful is this that I can dance 2 or 3 times a week or be with people discussing things, and I don't have to drive for 11 hours, and I don't have to sleep in a bunk bed. Yes, worry about whether the food will be.
When's lunch?
And just think about it, like the more that we do this, and continue it on. I mean, I kind of feel like there's this big change happening where now we don't have to do it and we can choose to do it. Zoom. And so, but we are going to meet in a circle somewhere.
I know we are.
We are, and so then that will be just so much more cool than not having seen each other for like 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for hosting. I really enjoyed the song, enjoyed the conversation and the camaraderie, and stay well and happy, everybody. And
Thank you.
we'll see
Thank
you
for
again.
coming. We'll
Thank you.
hopefully see you on the next one.
I'll try and be on time next time.
Yeah.
That is tricky.